Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a challenge for you. We're doing the Dialed In with Bushnell. I want to give a huge thank you to them, not only for supporting all of us players with these dope rangefinders to do this challenge, but also for hopping into disc golf. They're looking into making a rangefinder that actually does feet. So the ones we have do yards, so you have to do the math and compute it. The ones that they're coming out with for disc golf will be directly in feet. So if you're 347 feet away, it's going to tell you exactly that instead of having to do the math in yards. Again, I want to thank the Disc Golf Pro Tour and the Disc Golf Network for creating this partnership for us, and I want to thank Bushnell for getting involved. Thank you guys for watching. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so on this first one, it's only 100 feet, so I'm going to do my best just to throw a little like jump putt. I think that's going to be the most consistent way for me to throw 100 feet without having any clue where that marker is. But I feel like just my little spin jump putt is what's going to get me to that distance the most consistently, so let's check it out. Alright guys, so this clump was pretty good. If any of these are at the 100-foot mark, then I did good. If not, then I didn't do very good because they're all clumped together. But we're range finding back to my bag. So let's see what we got here. 31 yards, so 93 feet. So these are actually pretty good then. 34 yards. 34 yards again. And these two should be close as well. 37. 37. So overall, I think that's a really good first round for having no idea what's going on out here. My next game plan is going to be to throw like a little Firebird, hopefully just 100 feet farther than this. So let's see how it goes. Alright guys, so that first one went actually pretty well. Just a little 100 feet farther than that, I'm going to be pretty comfortable throwing a little like Firebird hyzer, hopefully. I think that's going to be my best tactic on this in order to keep it right at that 200-foot range and not be like blowing way past or going too short. I think if I were to throw another putter and I threw it a little low, I could only go like 150 feet, which would really hurt my total score. So hopefully these Firebirds will keep me pretty consistent and give me the best chance of winning the challenge. So we have the 5 shots here. Again, pretty good grouping. Now I'm looking back, I think it might be a little too far, but I could be way off. It's way easier to throw to a basket or a target than it is the middle of the field, but let's see what this is saying. So the first one here is 61 yards. $62 yards. 66 yards. 69 yards, excuse me. And then the last one here, $64 yards. So overall, and again, another pretty good session here. I think as we get farther and farther out, it's going to be harder and harder. But I think overall that's a good grouping, and I'm happy to keep going. All right, guys. So we're at the throwing to the 300-foot mark now. I think my best bet is gonna be to throw, coincidentally, some of my signature discs. I'm gonna be throwing the Scepter from Infinite Disc and the Vengeance from Legacy Disc. The 300 foot mark, I think I was a little short on the 200 foot mark. I just misjudged the distance there. But I do think that as we go farther out, I might get a little more consistent. So my groupies have been good. Hopefully I can just get the distance down a little bit better. All right, so here we are. This clump isn't as good. I have one here, then all the rest are way back there. So, but we're gonna see what happens. 89 yards. 94. 98. So this is actually, it's turned out to be a good one. 103. 104, which is just barely farther than that. So overall, this is actually a really good session for 300 feet. I think I might use these same discs again for 400 feet. All right, guys, so that was actually pretty good. We'll go off to 400 feet now, which I think this is where it might be getting a little easier for me, but I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. I just keep trying to think in my head of adding 100 feet to every single one of these. So, hey, what's a jump putt farther than that? So I'm gonna just keep trying to throw these the Legacy disc and the Infinite disc, which I'm sorry they're clear. I didn't think about that when I brought these discs out here, but I guess it'd be like that sometimes. But let's see what I can do on 400 foot. Pretty good. I'd say that's pretty consistent. I don't know if it's the right distance, but it's definitely, consistency on this one wasn't lacking. So we're going for 400 feet. 115. 122. So all these four are really close. That one was kind of short, but overall I think that's a pretty good effort. All right, we're on to the 500 foot mark now. My groupings have been pretty good, but I think the distances have just been a little off. I think that I'm just gonna throw 5 distance drivers on like a hyzer. We're in a pretty good left to right crosswind right now, so we're gonna see what happens, but I'm feeling pretty confident still. I haven't seen anyone else's challenge obviously, but I think that at the end of the day I'm gonna be pretty close to in contention here. 500 feet, let's get it. So here we are at my first one. This sucked. I didn't really have the distance dialed in. My other ones are way back there. But we're just gonna see what it measures out at. 142. So 161. 162, 167, 173. So I don't know the math on all those, but this is pretty spread out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. After sitting in the car for a second and doing some math, I ended up being 488 feet off. So every throw we threw, we had to be, it was to 100 feet, 200 feet, and if we were 103 feet, that was 3 feet over. So, or if it was 97 feet, it was 3 feet under. So overall, I was 480 feet off of the ideal perfect score, but I do think that that's not a bad score. I think I might have a chance of being in contention. If you want to watch my thing or anybody else's, there is a cut version on the Disc Golf Network, so please go check that out if that's something you're interested in watching and supporting. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Bushnell for bringing some dope new products into disc golf. We all appreciate it. See you guys in the next vlog.